Well, we had some major IPOs yesterday here at the stock exchange, and we should know both of those stocks popping double digits in their NYSE debuts. Joining me now to talk more about the capital markets, what we can expect ahead, and yes, the broader picture is Jim Neesen. He's a managing partner at the Connor Group. Jim, thank you so much for joining this morning. And let's kick it off with both of these IPOs, Hinge Health and Mountain, debuting on the stock exchange yesterday. It looked like decent investor reception. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Kristen, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, both stocks were at the top end of the range. They raised significant proceeds. And I think it's really been sort of a key harbinger of this VC-backed, private equity-backed queue of companies that are looking to sort of not only go out, but actually go out in the second half of the year as well. So we've had 133 IPOs so far this year. We're up 77% from last year as well. It's kind of felt like a decaf coffee, but I think we're looking at a mild latte as we move into the second half of this year. Maybe even a double shot espresso in 2026.
Oh, a double shot espresso. That's more my speed. Thank you so much, Jim, for that bit to look forward to. What's in the pipeline? What's building here that we could see make its way to the capital markets?
Yeah, so right now there are 400 companies that are actually registered with the SEC. There's some really significant ones that are anticipated. We have Klarna, we have Amada, we have Circle, we have Chime. There's a lot of anticipation and buzz. And I think with sort of the successful IPOs that we saw yesterday, that it really helps sort of give some momentum as we move into the back half of this year. We have 106 clients that are looking to sort of prepare for IPOs in the next 1 to 2 years. So we're actually seeing a lot of not only activity, but also with the intermediaries as well, the bankers, the lawyers. Let's get sort of this tariff dust settled. Let's get sort of this economic pieces, but a lot of excitement moving in the back half of the year.
Jim, I want to add to that a little bit here so our viewers can get a holistic understanding. You mentioned obviously there are a lot of parts that go into an IPO, but really for companies that are looking to tap the capital markets to list their shares here at the stock exchange, for instance, what is important for those companies that do clear them for a successful IPO in this environment?
So for companies, it actually takes about 6 to 12 months to prepare for an IPO. It's things that aren't even seen in the press. It's not even seen sort of outside, but there's a lot of readiness activity that's required. You need to obviously get your books in order. You need to be able to forecast clearly, have guidance, and understand where you can sort of meet and beat expectations, controls and systems. So there's a lot of sort of plumbing that goes on to get prepared. At the bottom line, you need to prepare. You need to make sure you have a strong business.
I think Jim's screen froze for us a little bit there. A strong business, though, which he was saying. Jim, I think what you were saying there, and I'd like to get at the crux of that, is how important is the path to profitability in this market when we do know, historically speaking, at least over the past few decades, rates are a little bit elevated.
Yeah, so I think there's going to be two key things on the business side, not only your revenue growth, but you also mentioned that path to profitability is important. They kind of call it the rule of 40, right? You want to make sure that sort of that the growth, but also the path is sort of there around the business. It can be sort of industry specific. In tough markets, line of sight to profitability is important, but with what we're looking at sort of as a market sort of heat up into 26, I think the market's going to be more forgiving for companies that really are coming back to growth. I like when the pendulum's in the middle.
Jim, thank you so much for joining. Any last thoughts? Just about 20 seconds left.
Yeah, I'd say the last thing is that, we really we've had 2 to 3 years of sort of a chilly IPO market. And we're definitely expecting things, especially with sort of, maybe some economic more certainty, right? Let's get the tariff dust settled
I'm going to jump in here. Jim, our feed is freezing there, but Jim had a lot of great insight. We'll have to get him back again soon, of course, because we've seen the IPO market really open up, in fact, just over the past few weeks or so. Aspen, another company that went public here recently at the exchange.